Well, my name is Hugo, Araujo, and I come here from 7Vortex. And, well, I'm going to tell my story, right? So, in, let's say, 2011, we went to live in nature with my family. And we spent there about 4 years. And it was very important for us because we were trying to better understand how nature works. As someone that hasn't been in nature here? Hasn't? Yeah? No? So when you go out and you try to better understand nature, you realize at some point that it is difficult for you to, at least for me in that moment, to go back to a digital tool and then to try to map everything that was happening in nature. So my goal was to better understand the ecosystem, and I couldn't, right? I was trying mind maps, I was trying databases, and I'm not a coder, so my skills are very limited for what you make. But it was very important for me to realize that being in the local community, we spent these 4 years in family, and it was in a fisherman town, about 3,500 people. And what I realized is that they knew a lot about their own nature. So they spend about 8 hours per day under the sea. And I do something that is called biomimicry. Has someone heard before about biomimicry? Yeah. So biomimicry is, for those who hasn't, it's innovation inspired by nature. So when I was trying to better understand nature and I was trying to read papers on the information about the coastal view that we were living in, I couldn't find anything. I could find just one paper on the coastal view of Mexico, but never on the place that I was living. So I realized that there were a lot of knowledge, that it was not digitalized, and that we needed to put together. At the same time, this was the Mayan Peninsula. So traditional knowledge is super important, but they are kind of out of the loop. Most of the indigenous people, they do have phones, they do have smartphones, but they never have tools that allow them to map their knowledge. So what I was trying to do at that point is, how can we, as a community, build something where we can put the knowledge together about this ecosystem? So for example, when I was studying biomimicry, I was looking at the palm tree, the coconut palm tree, that with the wind, it blends, but it never breaks, like it really blends, and when there's a hurricane, then it goes like this. Sometimes, of course, it's taken out from the soil, but you can learn many things. So when I saw also the windmills, the wind turbines, I saw that it was like the same kind of technology, but different kinds of solutions. So what I say, maybe if we understand better how this pathway works, then it will be easy for us to create better technology in the future. And then when you extrapolate this into a global perspective, then you realize that there are many solutions that in similar ecosystems that could work in the same way. So for instance, we were in Colombia, and we were struck because it was very similar to what my wife described me as Congo, right? So we thought that maybe some solution that exists actually in Congo could be the same kinds of solutions that exist in Colombia, and they might be addressing the same kind of problems because of the ecosystems. So they are in the same latitude, and they might be having the same kind of problems, but maybe they never been connected. Since we quit enterprises in 2007, 2006, and we're traveling all over the world, and we saw that actually when we're trying to move forward as a species and trying to bring different kinds of solutions, we saw that there were many of them, they were already available in every single culture. But one of the points is that we don't know them. They are not connected. And so since then, we've been trying to better understand how to put all this together. And thanks to GraphaWare, as Michael said, I'm kind of the unusual guy. So he and all the team of GraphaWare supported us to be able to construct something different. And of course, there is Miro here that has been very important in this step because Michael was also trying to find someone that could actually understand what I was trying to say. Because he is an anthropologist and he's a coder, so that was nice for us to try to bridge between technology and nature. So this is the result of about 1 year, 2 years of work, and this is a presentation tool and also a creative source. So it is based on Neo4j, like it's on the top of Neo4j. It's an interface that is very interactive. So I'm going to show a little bit how it works, so you can see the tools that we have there. I'm going to present, and then we're going to see some examples of how it's being used right now. But the main thing here is that usually you work as a data scientist, right? And you bring information from numbers or now from words into something, but this is from experiences that are not still digital. How you can explain something that is complex. So all our friends, all our network, all our community, they're always working with complex problems that it's difficult for everyone to explain, right? So the first thing that we did, I'm gonna put some titles here. Nice. Titles. Moves. To the center. So let's say this is my storyline, right? And it's connected. It's a bubbles. What I came with Michael for the very first time, it was, I think, June 2006. It was this thing, right? So my only possibility was to draw it in watercolors and to say, I need something like this, right? So I think this is kind of the problem that you're going to face from now on, because we have different kinds of things going on in reality, right? So we needed to have something like this. So the problem, this is the view mode. You can also use it as a slide. Is that multidisciplinary knowledge of nature is not connected. Let's say traditional knowledge, biologists, chemistry, anthropologists, we all know different things, but none of these things are really connected by someone or created by someone. So we need really to address these multidisciplinary platforms that are not always about data, but about knowledge. And this is a process that we follow in biomimicry. It's kind of a continuous iteration thing. So let's say that our work is to emulate patterns in nature. And in this case, the pattern that we are emulating is this one. So is there any biologist in here? Not really. So in nature, you have 6 different types of relationships, and they address the energy exchanges that happens in between organism A and organism B, for example. So if you want to map, I've been listening a lot about sentiments or interactions. So if you want to better understand how it happens, then, for example, this is competition, right? And it's minus. So I come also from business perspective. And this was really striking to me because when I see competition, I've been taught to compete. And actually, biologically talking, we both lose energy when we are competing. So we say, okay, we should change some things if we are here to survive, right? And if we want to make something positive. So we understood that collaboration, biologically wise, was about plus. Predation is when you take the energy, this is predating this one. So you take the energy of this one, right? So this basic principle, it seems very,
Yes, one of those bubble sounds neat here, like the lights, the condition wise, that doesn't mean something.
for the moment I like it like this. So I was trying just to make examples, but there is a degree of centrality, right? And not in this one, but like we have different things. But it was more about how to tell a story and how to present something and how to curate things. So it is not always about calculation. So this is, for example, an ecosystem, right? If we take this as a central organism and you start mapping the coconut tree, and then you move to another one, to another one, to another one, and you start understanding how it works, then I have my tool. I have the tool to be able to map an ecosystem. And since I come from business, then it was important to me also to use this for an enterprise. Right? So in an enterprise, it works as an ecosystem, right? And you have complex problems, for example, going from one, let's say the CEO is this one. Let me put it like this. So we have different areas, and in this case, this is a real case from the enterprise that I was working for, and they were having problems with production. They were thinking that the problem was actually production, but at the end they realized that it was also materials. So you can expand these kind of things. You can take titles, maybe lines, and again you have the bubbles, right? And you can also try to understand what the pressure points in the system are, but it comes from experience, right? It doesn't come from data sets of things put there. When I showed this to the CEO, he was like, that's exactly how we work, and that's the perspective that I need. But it will come from him or from me that we know the problem, which is the same in the ecosystems, right? Because indigenous people, they know a lot about their ecosystem, but they don't work just in numbers, they also work in knowledge. So, at 5 minutes, we work a lot with different kinds of information. So, for example, books, lectures, meetings, essays, workshops, mentorships, magazines, and all this like massive amount of information that we are getting is sometimes digital, sometimes not. But we needed also a place to put it all together, right? And to be connecting all these solutions, because we are losing information. So, for example, when I was putting something cool that I learned about the octopus in Facebook, I was losing my information. When I put it in LinkedIn, I was losing my information. In Twitter, I was losing my information, and I was not able to get back and to find whatever I put it there. So I spent about 10 years traveling all over the world and visiting many ecosystems. So, for example, my program in biomimicry was 2 years in 7 different ecosystems with biologists, designers, engineers, and business. And we went to any given ecosystem, learning about the ecosystem, but we didn't have any tool to do this kind of thing. So I think it is very, very important for systemic thinkers and for sustainability to have this kind of tools. Where are we using it, right? Like, for example, in a research for a thesis. So you have a research, you are putting all your information inside. Organization, technology, to explain how technology works. For a report, for projects, conferences, for a summit, for explaining what a value proposition is, for a book. So, for example, a newspaper, you have to read many pages, but what if you can see that information visually in just one screen? So papers newspapers are papers that are brought to a screen, but actually they are not native from the screen. So this is kind of taking advantage of what a screen is. We have some competition, of course, and there are some of them that are Neo4j in the biomimicry architecture presentation tool, mind mapping. And for example, this here was to present the team. Let me give you this example. So 7Vortex, we are, this is for a pitch, a challenge that we got into, and the 3 of us are there, so we can see the direct connections of each of us. So we can present our city in a different way. So whenever you see all together, you can see a different potential of the team, and you can explore it. So the idea here is that you present, and then you give the link, and then you can also explore it on your own, right? You can play with different kinds of things. So for example, in this case, it can be still moving, or you apply the degree of centrality, or all the same size. So it depends what kind of story and what do you want to say about it. this is the library, right? Like the open library. So for example, maybe this is more familiar to you. When I was learning about Neo4j, for me it was like Chinese, right? Like couldn't understand because I'm not a coder. So I've been putting all this together, and this is how I've been presenting also to other people in Mexico for them to better understand what Neo4j is. You can find this map in the open library, and you can visit it, and you will see a whole collections of videos and articles that are interesting. So that might be interesting for you to know. Where can we use it as well? This is for people. For example, what if you explore your city in this way? Instead of putting, you want to make a nice presentation, or you have already videos or talks. So this is a city that you can play with. It's more interactive, so you can go to YouTube videos. How to do a map? So if you want, come here. You just take a line, another one, and then here you can decide what is the kind of relationship that you have with the other one. So this might be helpful also for you for a quick prototyping, for showing a presentation for your school, for putting things together. And other uses, for example, this one, you can embed these maps. So she's working on IoT, and she's presenting this, and she's from Calgary. So our maps, our approach is being used in Canada in more than 65 countries and 490 cities. In one side is the readers, and on the other side are the creators. But let's say that we're empowering this whole new, with this new tool, a whole community around change making. So now they have a better tool where they can present complex problems and where they can actually make their point of whatever they're trying to say. Pepe is going to present some examples that are a little bit different.
Okay, yeah, so my name is Alcocer, but people call me Pepe. So I'm going to talk about some examples. Hugo and I met, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, studying together in university. And since then we've been talking about potential ways of collaborating, projects on projects we did together. And earlier this year we joined forces to start working together on 7Vortex. So is anyone familiar with the circular economy? Like circular economy concept, what it means? Not at all? Okay. Good. So, okay, I won't get into the circular economy because it's not about the circular economy and there's a lot to say. But basically, I mean, I can show a quick video, but it's a whole set of principles, the circular economy, about the whole cycle of how we produce and how we consume stuff, to put it in an easier way, both for the industrial but also the natural goods. And it's one of these emerging markets, emerging areas where the communities and companies and governments working on it is quite scattered, right? So there was this global initiative put together by the Circular Economy Club, where people in different cities around the world got together to do mappings of circular economy initiatives. So this particular case, we were maybe about this type of group, yeah, 50, 60 people, and the exercise was, okay, let's do the mapping on a whiteboard. It was a matrix, so already there you are limited because a matrix only gives you two possibilities, three-dimensional, and we had to post-its on the wall. So that was the exercise. Then what comes next, and this is happening a lot, right? So when I have this vision in my mind, I see kind of flows of knowledge happening everywhere. I know these design thinking workshops and this kind of stuff and meetups, and then most of that is lost. And when we try not to lose it, it's quite boring and how it happens. Usually, I mean, their plan was, yeah, okay, now we're going to digitalize it and share it. Like, how are you going to digitalize it? We still don't know. We're going to put together a Google spreadsheet. Okay, can we try something, please? So we go together, I don't know, 1 week later at night, and the exercise, the 5 guys started putting all the initiatives. So it's pretty primitive. If you think about, I mean, you guys are very well equipped. Once you get to developing things, there are a bunch of tools out there for the designers and developers to share. For all the process before that, it's still, there's nothing out there to collaboratively share ideas and knowledge that is really suited for the purpose. Especially for system thinkers who are the ones doing a lot of this type of work. Yeah, so we put together again everything there on the paper, and they started typing in on a Google spreadsheet. And it took us about 3 hours, like 5 minutes. So there is an exercise of curating the information, of course. And it didn't look like this at the beginning, so I tried something else where I actually drew the matrix and started putting the initiatives in the middle and just putting lines. And for 5 people, it took them the same 3 hours to put everything on a Google spreadsheet than for me by myself to create this map, right? So, and then of course what they shared was the map. It was not a Google spreadsheet because this you can only copy share the public link. So, I mean, roughly what you have here are the black dots, are the black bubbles, are the area sectors. The yellow ones are areas of innovation, and you can have, so for instance, for Adidas now, so it points out at Adidas, so I can say, okay, Adidas, so it's fashion, product life extension, I can have tags, I can have the link to the actual initiative, and this is how I curated the map, right? Of course, if we go to if I get rid of the curated mode, then it gives you how it's programmed, working by the algorithm, and also the degrees of centrality and so on, which you will also show. So this is just an example of how it's being used, and this is happening quite a lot, right? So offline touch points, people getting together to work on a problem, on a challenge, and then digitalizing it like that, and it stays alive. Our next step in the roadmap is to make this collaborative so that actually people can come in and start adding data and comments. We're not there yet, but those are the next steps. To give you another example, so if I stay a little bit in I'll try to not get too much into it, but if I get in the circular economy, value chains, how we produce, consume stuff, space, you allow me? I mean, it's a big thing, right? How we produce the things that we consume. I mean, we're basically destroying the earth with every little thing that we wear and eat and so on. So it is a very big topic, supply chains. How can we turn traditional supply chains into generative value chains? So understanding how things are made. There is a very nice poem from the 50s, which is, it talks about, it's a poem, you can find it on the internet. It's by Lou Reed, I think. So that's the essay, and this is public available in the library. That is basically saying, no one single person can produce a pencil. And he says, writes the essay in a kind of a poetic way to describe how a pencil is made. So if you look at the value chain of a pencil, a simple pencil that we don't really care much about, it looks a little bit like that. So that is, let's say, a realistic view of what's behind a pencil. And this is very complex to map it. And I wanted to try it. And again, it took me, I don't know, maybe 2 hours to do that, right? If we look at a kind of realistic example, but then that it gets a bit more into how companies are using it, is that you put your product in the middle, and then you start creating sort of a genealogy passport of a product, right? So starting from the tier 1 supplier, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. And the tools out there for this are very complex, and this is where the collaboration with Grapho is amazing, because there is a huge gap there between the people that actually understand this because we're all about, as Hugo said, we're people driven, right? So we're not pulling data from anywhere yet. But it's people spreading their knowledge, they're doing their own mappings. So if we have this and then start combining our human-driven creations with data, that can become extremely powerful and start bringing context to such pictures, right? And then again, this is a very simple form of mapping the supply chain of a product, but it embraces complexity in a way, and it allows you to evolve as you get more data. Just a very quick one. Hugo mentioned about templates. This is another very interesting use case. So again, going to where I said, okay, from developing, my sense is that people are quite well equipped with the right tools, but all the ideation before that, we aren't really. People doing business design, marketing, concept work. So there are a lot of models out there from different consulting companies, and this is kind of an internet canvas, right? It's open, you can put any sort of model there, and then work on it in a great way. Again, how it's happening today, people take pictures of the whiteboard and then spread them around, paste it on a PowerPoint, and to zoom in, zoom out is for. So this is another case of use case that we're seeing quite a lot, working on models and templates. And then to switch gears completely, this is a project that lies deeply in my heart, that I hope it happens. So this is just a prototype, and I asked the partners if I could show it to them. Don't ask me how it happened, but it's happened. The idea of combining micro and macro insights from our world, right? So somehow this amazing journalist, Julia Lehr in Germany, she's doing a lot of work with video journalism in war zones, using a lot of technology, so also using virtual reality and augmented reality. And so she has all these insights really from the ground. And then on the other side, we have the German Space Agency. And they all felt, when I told them about the idea of bringing the insights together, the idea was just to do something like this. Have an interesting discussion, have the DA there explain their insights from space, and then Julia present from the ground. And then things spark, and they say, no, we need to do something bigger. We need to have some media and have something bigger and an exhibition. And that's where we are looking for funding for this project. But basically, it's combining insights from space and from the ground. So, again, this is a prototype. So let's say in this case we have North Korea, Congo, Uganda, BDB. So basically we pick the places where Julia has been, where we already have reports. Getting data from the DLR from space is proving more difficult than we thought.
Can I just ask you, the project that was programmed in 2023, is it the deadline or why was it 2023?
No, it was just, no. So for instance, in this case, a totally different use case, which you kind of mentioned, of embedding the map somewhere else, of enhancing other type of content. For a lot of people, it's challenging to find themselves only in our environment of ecosystem and connected data and the bubbles everywhere. So this is also proving quite powerful. People that are generating certain type of content, working on certain type of projects, writing, to then enhance that content with our maps, right? So in this case, we have the North Korea case. So the connections, that's an icon, and then we go to another page where we have the embedded map, right? And here as well, you can play the video, right? Just like Hugo shows, and then it works exactly as it works on our platform, we just embed it somewhere else. And in general, we are combining insights from above, insights from the ground, and our relationship to that place. I won't get political right now. There we are talking about nuclear threat. It seems like not, then again, that's another story. If I go to Congo, for instance, is something that probably you will like. So this can also run on the platform, right? So this 360 video, from YouTube. Where it goes. So that works as well, right? which is great. And we honestly, we didn't know if it was going to work, and we just copied the link and it did. So we got all really excited. And yeah, of course, this is opening the door to trying these things, also seeing the maps. We haven't tried it yet with HoloLens, but we already have the partner that is going to allow us to try it. Well, this is a really interesting project, and we hope that I mean, it's already there, but it's not really quite there where we want.
Do we see it in 3D with the moments?
We haven't tried it. I mean, we know we can project the screen. That's a no-brainer. But to actually walk into the map,
Yeah, why would we use?
we would need something that's. I mean, that will include some programming. I'm guessing it's possible, but another adventure. Yeah, so I guess from my side that's it. I think those are some cases that are quite different from one another. Yeah, thank you.